everyone, my name is Michelle and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, please hit subscribe. I post new videos every Saturday. So I first want to just apologize that there's probably a lot of background noise in this video. My nieces are over and they're playing and screaming and there's really nothing I can do about it. So please just bear with me and let's jump right into the video. So today we're going to be talking about my first trimester and how I am all the way up until today, which today I am 24 weeks and 1 day. So I do turn over to a new week every Wednesday. The pregnancy app I'm using this time is called Pregnancy Plus, and right now it says that the baby is 13 inches long and 1.46 pounds. It's crazy that the baby's that big already. So the earliest symptom that I felt was very consistent lower abdominal cramping that started from the time I ovulated all the way until I was about 5 weeks pregnant. I also experienced a ton of vaginal discharge, and to be honest, TMI, but that has not gone away yet. I still have a ton every day. I also experienced frequent urination really early, shortness of breath, and dizziness very early on. All of that started at about 4 weeks, and all of it is still continued on to right now. I was also super tired in my first trimester. When I had just found out I was pregnant, my schedule at work had just changed, so they had me working all morning shifts, and so I would be going to work at 6:30 in the morning, meaning I'm waking up at 5:30 every morning, and then coming home at 5:30 every night. And so I would just have time to eat some dinner and then try to relax a little bit, and by 7:30 I was passed out on the couch. I could not physically get myself to stay up any later than that. Luckily, once my second trimester started, I can now stay up much later than that and I'm a lot more energized. I also experienced a lot of heartburn pretty early on this time. I experienced it in my first pregnancy as well, and actually someone recommended something to me that saved my life. I tried everything. Tums was not helping. I couldn't find anything to help my heartburn. So this lady told me to try this stuff that's called GAVISCON. It is safe in pregnancy and it is amazing. You just chew a couple of tablets, pretty much the same thing as Tums, but it feels like it instantly reduces your stomach acid. I cannot recommend this stuff enough. I originally got it at Walmart when I was pregnant with Liam a couple years ago, but I couldn't find it this time, so I just tried like the off-brand, the Walmart brand, and it says it's compared to GAVISCON, but honestly, it is not the same. It's not as effective. So I went on Amazon and I found the original GAVISCON, and so I made sure to order that. And if that's something you might be interested in, then I put a link in my description bar so you can just click on that and it'll take you right to it. So I also feel like I started showing a lot sooner this time. With Liam's pregnancy, I didn't start showing until about 23 weeks, and I really never got very big with him. This time I think I started showing at like 14, 15 weeks, and it wasn't very big, but it was definitely noticeable. I feel like now it's kind of slowed down and it stayed the same for about a couple weeks, but I started showing a lot sooner this time. So in both my pregnancies, I did experience weight loss in the first trimester, and that's mainly due to me not being able to really eat anything. I had morning sickness and nothing sounded good. I love Mexican food, and literally anytime anyone would be cooking it, I would just get nauseous and start gagging. Like I couldn't stomach the smell of it. I couldn't eat it. The only things that ever sounded good for me to eat was top ramen and mac and cheese. So I pretty much lived on that for a couple of weeks. Thankfully in my second trimester that went away too, and so I'm able to eat pretty much anything. The only major food aversion that I still have is chicken. I can't put chicken in my mouth without throwing up. So as for my weight, I did start this pregnancy at 151 pounds. And like I said, I did lose a little bit of weight. So at my lowest point, I was 145 pounds. So I lost about a total of 6 pounds. At about 16 weeks, I slowly started to put the weight back on. And so now at 24 weeks, I weighed myself and I am 150 pounds. And so I'm still 1 pound below my pre-pregnancy weight. As for food cravings, I haven't really experienced anything until more recently. And it's pretty much just spicy foods. Like I want spicy foods, which I wanted in my first pregnancy as well. So I wonder if that's just how my body takes to pregnancy. And also really salty things like potato chips. So about 12 weeks, I met with my midwife for the first time, and she did an ultrasound and we put my due date at June 24th. I did decide to go with a midwife this time instead of a doctor, just because I didn't have the best experience the first time around, and I'm hoping for a different one this time. She doesn't have her own practice or anything. She does work at the medical foundation that I was going to anyway, and she works with the doctors there, but it's still a little bit of a different experience, and so far I love her. So at my first appointment, I did talk to her about me wanting to do a VBAC. I wanted to know her thoughts on it and what she thought that my success rate would be for that. So in next week's video, I'm going to be talking all about that. I'm going to be talking about why I had a C-section, why I chose to go with a midwife this time, and why I'm choosing to go for a VBAC. So if you don't know what a VBAC is, it's a vaginal birth after a cesarean. So I went back and I saw her again at 16 weeks. I did go to this appointment by myself this time because I knew that she was going to be able to see the gender, and I really wanted to surprise Roger with it. So we did find out the gender, and when I went home from that appointment, I quickly got together a little gender reveal for him, and I will insert a clip of that right now.
Go, first egg!
No.
I guess.
There
it is.
Kelly doesn't. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my god. Oh no, here it is. It's a boy.
It's a boy. Knew it.
I knew when you said that, you knew for a fact what it was.
At my 20-week anatomy scan, she did confirm that we are in fact having a boy, and everything looked really good. He looks healthy and perfect, and he was moving around a ton. So I haven't really felt him move too much before that ultrasound. When she was putting the probe on my belly, he started to move around a lot, and literally ever since then, he's been so active. In my opinion, feeling your baby move is the best part of pregnancy, so I'm super happy that he's finally starting to move around a lot. So I had another appointment at 23 weeks with her, and I had a few more questions regarding the VBAC, which I will be talking about next week. And so she answered some of those questions for me, and then she ordered the glucose testing for me. So if you don't know what that is, it's basically this little drink you have to drink in like 5 minutes and wait an hour, and they test your blood. So if your numbers are within normal range, then you're fine and you're done. But if they're a little bit high, you have to go back for a 3-hour glucose testing just to rule out gestational diabetes. So in my first pregnancy, I did fail it the first time. I failed the 1-hour test. So when I went back to get my 3-hour glucose test, I drank the drink, and literally as soon as I finished drinking it, I threw up everywhere. And I knew I wasn't gonna be able to drink it again if I had to go back, and so honestly, I just never went back. So I have no idea if I had gestational diabetes, so I do not recommend not going back to getting it retested. But I have to go and get my 1-hour glucose test with this pregnancy, and I'm very nervous. I do not want to fail it. So on my next pregnancy update, I will do about 28 weeks, and I'll update you on how that went. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and show you guys what my belly looks like at 24 weeks. So this is my belly at 24 weeks. Then we have the front view, and then my actual belly. No stretch marks yet. I didn't really get very many with Liam either. So we'll see, but it's much bigger this time than it was the first time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe and hit the like button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.